All right, so you guys are set. I think you may have to speak a little louder so this thing can record. Or pull your chairs a little closer so we can get this one out of here. And because otherwise you kind of spread out and I can't get each of you in the frame. So we'll see what we can do here. All right. Oh boy. Oh, now I lost. No,
You're good. I think it's more about the sound anyway.
yeah, that's true. But still, you know what? If it can, every time somebody speaks or moves, it pans to you to kind of get you. So, all right. Yeah. Okay. You guys can get started.
Okay, so we're going over option 3.
All right. You guys get started.
This option is very different from the other two. It's about reconnecting with values such as altruism, frugality, social connections,
You're gonna have to remember what's good on.
So the person who wrote this option believes that that America as a whole used to embody these values much more than it does now. And it claims that because we've lost them,
I'll be right back.
it's caused
It's not being
us to
recorded
be
right now.
greedy
For whatever reason,
and
that one still has charge.
wasteful.
Hold on.
So like,
I'll be
for
right back
example,
in 10 minutes. So.
it said,
Keep going and I'll be back.
since 1980, automobile engines have become 60% more efficient, but today's average car is only traveling about 18% farther per gallon. And that's because people are driving much more, and because they become more fuel efficient, people are buying bigger and heavier cars, such as SUVs. So it doesn't really solve the problem nearly as much as it could have. So why don't we go around and everyone maybe say something about like what your opinion of this option is, or compare it to the other two.
I thought this option was definitely interesting. It goes off the basis that it's more of our beliefs than what we're actually doing. But I'm not sure right now we can afford to wait for the social beliefs to change completely to enact this, because I feel like it'll be a two-step process of you change the social beliefs and slowly this will happen. And I don't know if we can afford to wait that long, because it seems like right now that's what we're doing, we're just waiting. And it's not really working.
I'd say that for this option, it's very based on the individual, and I think it would be hard to tell individuals to go back to the values that they used to have in the past, because we're a progressive society.
Yeah, I think it takes a generation to change people's mindsets generally, and usually people's mindsets don't go back, but I think that if people can start to think like this, I don't think it would be a bad thing for our society.
Yeah, I think something like drastic would need to happen, because the reason that we were like so frugal in the past and people saved everything was because of like the Great Depression and World War I, World War II with like rationing and everything. So that's like the great generation, and they saved everything. Like I know like my grandparents will save, will won't get rid of anything because they say like, oh, we can use that later. So my house is like cluttered up with everything. It's just like embodying that. And so I think like, to go back to like the frugality of the past generations, we need something like big cap. We're not just going to change people's minds on their own.
Yeah, I don't know how you go about changing people's, like how they act and stuff. I don't know if that's a viable option. I don't know if you can do it, especially with, I think nowadays, we're really focused on living in excess. I think the American dream that everyone kind of aspires to get to is it's become more living in excess than just having a decent sized house. It's like having a mansion now. Everyone wants 12 Lamborghinis.
I don't know, I go against that switch, because I think we should still.
It's not now just to like support a family.
Small businesses.
Help your kids like get beyond you. So it seems as a consensus, people are saying it would be sort of going back, becoming more conservative with values, and the
And if they can make changes.
So, and
they
as you
are
said,
in
World War
instead of
II
one
seemed
business
to
shows up
spark
on small
this
community.
frugality. And,
Yeah.
do you guys think, or why do you guys think that our current war hasn't
potentially
done
monopolize
similar
a
things?
certain area of the market.
I think because
I mean, when
the
one
current
company
war
monopolizes
doesn't
something,
affect
basically, like, that's
the
only source
supplies in
of
our
where that
country
product
and
is,
the
where you get it from.
demand for
So
supplies
maybe
in our
if there
country,
were
like World War II
more,
did.
like,
We had
governmental
to actually
regulations there,
ration
so it became
things in
a
our
more,
economy
like,
to support the war,
accessible
and
option to access
currently
things
this
local
war really
whatever,
isn't
local,
pulling that much
companies.
other than
Yeah.
just capital.
I think that might be
Also, people
one
weren't
sense of it.
attracted, you know, so that was the difference. It wasn't, you know, we were saving so that your brothers and friends and neighbors and have all of this. It's not like that.
Okay.
Better
Doesn't really
products
include the
are
whole
better
country.
for the environment and like zero stress, like there's less people per
Do you think that
household,
there
more
is
cars, so people are
something that
willing to
could
give
happen
up.
in the
Now
future, or
they
something
don't
that we
need
could
that many cars.
actively do
So people are willing to realize that they don't need
sort of
these things,
try and bring
so
back some of these
spending
values,
money
at least
on
some,
things that
such
are
as
better for the
not being,
environment and weren't so harmful, then companies would start
you know,
producing more of that because they produce what they're supposed to.
trying to steer away from the
And just as a
passion to
culture,
buy
I
like
think
everything in your
I
site.
mean, it obviously depends
So,
on the
I don't know.
individual, but as a culture, we celebrate affluence and like diversity in terms of the things we
I think
all
the
have.
only thing
Oh, yeah,
that was
I got this,
proposed
like,
in
you
this
know, like,
option that could
shift
be a
from, like,
viable
universities or
option
something,
is
something like
emphasizing
that.
trade
So
schools
if we
more.
were to stop
Because
maybe
I think
celebrating
that
as much,
there's a
we would
huge
recommend
emphasis
that
on
would be
universities and colleges. And
But I
some
think a
people
lot of
are
that
meant to go to
is
college,
American
and some
culture.
people are meant
Specifically,
to
it's not
work in
like
trade schools, and
global
those
culture.
people make a lot of money,
Like
but
it's
people don't
harder
realize that.
to base
And
ours,
so I think
like,
they're mostly ignored,
talk
and I
about a
think
culture
people
when American
could
culture is so
definitely
different, and we
emphasize
are
those
so
more and put more
materialistic,
time
we
into
spend
promoting
more
them.
than what any other
And that would
culture
help.
does. And like, it's hard to base a model, you can't really use the
so,
American model.
looking at one of the
because we're competing
examples that
with,
the
like,
packet
other
gives
countries.
of what might be done, it says businesses can agree to participate in community currency programs to promote the local exchange of goods and
They
services.
have,
And
I mean, the things that they eat
just
are
thinking
more
about
locally
that, it
grown, they
seems
don't necessarily have to ship things
as
over,
if
but
we
at the
have
same
kind
time,
of
they
gotten
do
towards
have,
that
like,
in the
more
food
access to
industry,
areas where they can
where
grow stuff like
local
that.
farming is
So maybe
becoming
we
more
would face it
popular.
on an area of the world where that
At least
is
some
being
people are trying
successful
to
for them.
move away from the big
Without work.
industrial farming. Do you think that there are other sectors or industries that could experience a similar
Like right now,
change?
the focus of our culture is on material
I
strategy.
think
how much
the
you spend.
problem with that type of
Obviously,
change
company
is that
like we eat too much, we watch
businesses
too much
that
television,
aren't
we don't
local
spend enough time with our
can
families, and,
keep
like,
their
as a
prices down
whole,
so
like,
much.
Americans are becoming,
And with
more
anything other
overweight,
than
more
agriculture,
stressed out, and
you
we have the
really need
highest anxiety
supplies
rates in the world and
from
stuff.
somewhere that
And
is
we
probably
also
far
have
away.
weird.
And if that's the
Our,
case,
numbers of, like,
the only
volunteer
way
work
you'll be
and,
able to afford it and
getting
keep your
involved in
prices
community
low
are
is
decreasing.
if you're
A lot for
on a
volunteer
large
work, just
scale.
when you think that
Um,
if the stress was more
So right now, I
on,
can't really
like,
think
a
of
family
anything
life,
other than
community
just
life,
private
that
businesses
this issue of like
to
materialism by
promote
like work so hard, spend all your money,
their own like
keeping
growing stuff locally. And
like.
I
putting
don't know
lines on your
anything
family
other than
life would
agriculture, just
change,
basic like things in
how
the
we
town
view,
that really would
like our
work for
economy
that.
and our lifestyle.
I feel like as far as technology goes, like that has a big part in
Yeah, I
why
think it's just
it's
a lot
not as
cheaper
cohesive
for
as
like
family.
the
Because
big
everyone has some
chain
type of
stores like
technological
McDonald's or
item
anything
that they're
like that.
focusing their attention
It's
on,
a lot
they're not
cheaper
going
for
to
them to
be
produce the
together
food,
all the time,
and they
they're
don't have any
acting.
interest really in
So I feel
the
like,
necessarily.
not that technological
So I think,
advancements have to, like,
It'd be a
but
lot
they
more
are a big
expensive
factor
if
in
you were
like
to
this whole
emphasize
thing.
this
So
and force
maybe
this to
if
happen
we
in
were to
town.
shift the
It'd be a
ideas
lot more expensive
of
to
like
live there.
having like the
So I
latest,
think it's
you know,
really
having to
tough
have like an
tough
iPhone
to
and
do.
to have all this, you know, all those different
Do
materialistic
you guys have
things
any
that
ideas of
make us spend more time by
things that
ourselves
the
and more
government could
focused
actively
on
do, such as
those material objects
certain
rather
laws that
than
they could
being a
pass
part of the family and volunteering and things like that. That might
promoting
help.
sort of more community throughout America and maybe a
I
return
don't know, I
to
think that it's hard to put
living in
stress
different
on
ones.
families much because a lot of
I
people
know it's
do
like one of the
take
things
out
suggested
from
was
work.
government's
And
passing laws
capitalism is a huge thing,
against
especially
sprawl
in America, where
and
people want to
making
work
it
as
better.
much as they can. with
instead of
the job
providing
they love,
incentives for
and
people to
try
live in denser areas.
stimulate themselves,
I just don't think
themselves,
that's
raise up through the ranks
um,
and stuff like that. It's hard to push that
or, like,
type of
legal,
person that's so
because
driven into a family life.
it would
And
be pretty
if
up,
you look
like
at it
in the
like,
Constitution, it's
capitalist
like
perspective,
you have the right
when
to
they're
life,
trying to
liberty,
sit there in a corporation
and
try to
never
run a corporation, and it's hard for them to come back to their family. I mean, it would
like,
be.
it's against the Constitution. You can't tell people whether you can and can't
people
live.
like that.
You can't say
That
like,
are pushing.
it's illegal for you to spread out
our
and live in the
economy
mountains.
Forward.
You have to come into the city.
Like the world becomes
People aren't gonna be, like, that's just like against the law. And I don't think it would be
Realistically,
possible for the
talked
government to
about
do.
how people are
I
more
maybe just-
unhappy than they used to be.
I feel like city life is like, a lot of people don't like it. They see it as like too busy and too bustling, but if the government
I don't know, a lot
could
of
like
people are
run
fine with
ad campaigns
involved in their work.
showing
and
like
that's what drives
the
them
quieter
to
sides of
happy
city life, like,
There's a lot of people
But
that
besides
city
like
life is
parks,
expensive.
exactly, yeah, and it is expensive, everything, like, I know my sister's moving to the city,
research
groceries
or
are
have their
expensive in the city,
something like
everything's
that,
more
and that is
expensive.
what made them happy. And that's
So
why
you
they're
could
doing
make
it.
like laws against
And
that, I guess.
even though they might be
Against, like,
emotional for
overcharging,
some, I mean, that's what
in
they
the city.
personally enjoy.
So, one thing you mentioned was making a commercial, which is kind of interesting. I don't know if you guys saw this, but Singapore commissioned a commercial we made. It was like National Day, and it was just make a commercial. It was a whole hip-hop, like music video commercial that was trying to promote people to breathe more. Like they didn't have babies. And
Everybody has.
so it's like an interesting concept that I never heard of before with
They're just gonna be
governments like
stagnant, not do anything.
doing
Maybe
commercials.
we have to
Yeah.
allow for
But,
variation in terms of.
I mean, I don't,
areas
and actually in the class that I watched, I mean, we were
I
talking
don't
about
wanna bring this up again,
you know,
but
whether or not
we just
America
look at the way
could
they
get
do
away
it
with
in Europe, they have,
doing
first off,
commercials
some of the countries
to
with
promote
the,
like
with
that
the
certain values. Do you think,
highest,
do you guys have any opinions on
like the
that?
highest levels of happiness and satisfaction.
We have
with their
pretty
lives,
strong
those are generally
anti-smoking
located
commercials
in
right
Europe.
now, and I see no reason why we can
Yeah,
also
Scandinavian
start out
countries like Norway's on
just
that,
as
a lot
strong
of those.
environmental
And it's
commercials.
like, they have,
Yeah.
first off, they have like longer breaks, they have
Yeah.
more
Yeah, those-
vacation
yeah,
time
I
than we
saw
do, they have paid a lot longer.
At least the ones in
maternity
New York, I
leave
see like,
than
it's like the New York,
Yeah, yeah, so
anti-smoking
like,
board or
they,
whatever, and it's like,
I don't know, I guess we just have to offer,
People,
like,
you
have
know,
those
think
options, I mean, there are people,
Yeah.
granted, who do want to focus only on whatever they're pursuing.
I guess it does
And if that's what
work,
makes
like,
them happy, that's what's gonna make them happy.
definitely
But
sends
there
a
might also be
message.
people who do want to focus on family.
So I think you could do something similar with like the environment and the consequences of not acting now.
Have you guys seen those like kindness pass it on commercials, you know?
Yeah.
Like something like that, it's not like over, it's not like move out of your house and move to the city so that we can, but you know, they're just like subtle messages, I think something like that.
Yeah.
I think that any change in the make has to be very subtle. Like it has to be like moving, but like not at a fast pace.
Right.
Because if it did, it would be terrifying to the general public.
The problem
And
with that.
when the general public gets upset, they usually back away from the idea rather than